So I worked at a run-through event, and it might be the easiest student job out there. I'm going to show you what it's like, kind of what you get paid, what kind of a shift tends to look like, and whether it's worth it. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a little bit different. I tried to film some clips while working at Run-Through Race. Obviously I couldn't film too much just because of privacy reasons, and also I was working, so can't particularly be on my phone too much. So I just want to talk through the whole experience, and if you're a student looking for quite flexible kind of 0-hour works, this might be the job for you. So Run-Through is a company that does kind of 5K, 10K, half marathon, and also kind of triathlon events, a lot of kind of sport focused events. The event that I was working at was a trail run over in Marlow, and I'll talk more about that as we kind of get into the video. But they kind of hire volunteer workers for the race, and so you join up through this app called Live Force, which I'll talk about a bit later. And kind of your job is fairly simple. You might be out on the course, you might be helping with kind of the kit and bag and stuff, and different kind of stuff like handing out medals, waters, etc, etc. So the job itself is quite straightforward. You kind of get there, you turn up for your shift, you go straight to registration to grab your bib, whatever, and you then go to a quick briefing just before the race, kind of typically normally like an hour or so before the race actually starts. And the event organisers are very good. They just talk you through what's going to happen for the day. They'll kind of split you into whether you're a course marshal, a registration or baggage type marshal, or maybe you're at the finish line and you're doing kind of more the medal stuff. All are very easy jobs to do and require no experience before. Just kind of a smile and positive attitude is genuinely all you need for these kind of events. So yeah, I tried to film a few videos from the shift, so I'll try and show them in a second, but it's really not that stressful and it's not complicated. And like I say, for a student, when kind of maybe your hours a bit all over the place, this can be very, very, very useful. Okay, so I was trying to show a list here of all the ones that I've worked at so far, and I'd say probably 95% have been really, really easy, very relaxed, and the people working at these events are awesome. The organisers are such great people because they're so passionate about the kind of sports and kind of your running events or your triathlon events and stuff like that. So the people you actually meet to work at these events are very, very nice. The only bad experience I had once was being a cycling course marshal, just because kind of it can be a bit more scary, especially when the roads aren't fully closed, because normally for some of these events the roads get shut down to allow kind of the bikes just to have free roam to just kind of cycle around the course. And so yeah, on some of these events the roads aren't always blocked, which meant that you're almost having to traffic some of the cycle people and the cars, and a lot of times cars can be very impatient people. So yeah, that wasn't always the best experience that I've had, but other than that I would say literally the majority of events are super easy work. It tends to be quite early shifts, so if you're someone maybe who's not quite so good in the morning, maybe this job isn't quite for you, but you can get starts as late as kind of 9, 8, you can get some earlier, maybe like 5 to kind of 9 can be the time. They can be fairly long shifts to, you can get some shifts where you work in the kind of warehouse of these events, because they do loads of storage and stuff before kind of a massive race, so you might be in a warehouse kind of sorting out stuff. But the majority of the shifts on the app that you'll see, that I'll talk about later on, will all just be kind of course marshals, and you literally rock up, you get a high-vis top, you get a water bottle, and you're sent out to where you're meant to be. And apart from that, you're just kind of supporting people during the race. Okay, so in terms of applying for these positions, for me, I literally just, I knew someone who was doing one of these, but I also emailed these two that I'll put here. This is just for kind of run through. They tend to be mostly down south. I know there'll definitely be different organisers who kind of work a bit more up north. You've also got ATW, who tends to be a little bit kind of more Midlands and maybe slightly a bit above that, which was always a little bit too far away from me, especially being quite down south in Bournemouth. So yeah, you've got those two, and there definitely is other organisers out there, such as kind of challenge events or just kind of your local people who host events. It's worth just getting in touch, see if they offer. Some companies offer just kind of race credits, so you might only be able to get your money in kind of race, in race credit, if that makes sense. And for RunThrough, at the moment they offer £13 an hour, and also think that you can do race credit. I might have to check that out for yourself, but it's worth emailing these people here and just getting in touch and saying you're interested, maybe a little bit about kind of job experience and everything, and yeah, signing up through an app called Live Force, or the Crew app, I believe it's called. So yeah, worth getting involved in that. Hey, today working for RunThrough over at Marlow for the Marlow 5k and 10k. This is kind of my viewpoint for today. Don't know how well you can see it. So yeah, I'm just going to try and explain what it's like to kind of marshal one of these events. Currently out on the course. So yeah, see you in a little bit. Okay, so shift is kind of heading toward the end. Just finished marshalling for the half marathon and the 10k route. Yeah, kind of no issues. It was good fun. Just kind of clap people along and yeah, just kind of chatted to people basically for a full shift. And yeah, I have to say it's definitely one of the kind of nicer events that I've worked at. Marlow is just a stunning area, especially by the kind of videos that I'm going to try and show. I haven't really been able to film much of the race just because I've been working, so. Just stopped off at services, kind of on the way to Bath to pick up some deep carbon wheels for my new bike, so I'm a little bit excited, to be honest. So yeah, this is what it's like to work at RunThrough events. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and hopefully this is quite helpful. And if you do end up volunteering at any of these events, just let me know in the comments and let me know how it's gone as well. Yeah, hopefully I can get a few more videos, maybe a bit similar to this, maybe if depending on kind of how this video goes. Should be getting a few more videos up soon. I've got my New Forest video coming out very shortly, and hopefully a bit more about my 70.3 and kind of hopefully film the actual 70.3, but also like maybe a week training that I'm doing. Hopefully going to join a triathlon club shortly, so maybe get a video out about that, and possibly one about swimming, and just kind of seeing how that goes. And yeah, just try and get as many videos out as I can. If people enjoy, then please do hit the like, hit subscribe, whatever, all that kind of cringy malarkey. So yeah, anything to help the channel would be great. So yeah, see you in the next video.